The Supreme Court has issued a notice to the National Testing Agency and also the Centre on the Police related to the alleged paper leaks and the malpractices in the NEET-UG 2024 results. Now, the Apex Court has emphasized that even 0.001% of negligence in this particular examination process must be addressed with utmost seriousness. In fact, while hearing a batch of petitions over the alleged irregularities in the exam, the Supreme Court said that it expects a timely action from the NTA and that the agency must also ensure that all the candidates are treated fairly. Just last week, the NTA had told the top court that the grace marks awarded to 1,500 candidates in the NEET-UG exam will be scrapped, and the candidates had the option of taking the exam again on June 23rd. Meanwhile, the results of the retest will be declared before June 30, and the next Supreme Court hearing in the case is all set to take place on July 8th. Ramesh joins us on the phone line to get us more details on this. Ramesh, this is now the Supreme Court, which is not taking this matter lightly. It is, of course, pulling up the NTA. The NTA looking for measures to ensure that the students who have been alleging that they were given grace marks without any sort of a calculation, they are accommodated. But on the other hand, the Supreme Court stating that any sort of a mistake needs to be admitted and then duly addressed.
Absolutely, the Supreme Court made big remarks today. The Supreme Court stated that even if there is 0.1% of negligence in the NEET undergraduate 2024 examination, it needs firm action. The Supreme Court further stated that admit if there is any mistake. Now, the Supreme Court has told this to the Union of India as well as the National Testing Agency to file their response by July 8th. Now, the Supreme Court today was hearing the writ petition which had raised several concerns in the examination conducted. It was stated that there was paper leaks, there were malpractices, controversial grace marks were given to some candidates. A batch of petitions was filed before the Supreme Court, and it was listed before the vacation bench of Justice Vikram Nath and Justice S.V. Bhatti. Now, the matter has been tagged with the similar petitions which were filed earlier, and the hearing on all the petitions together will take place on July 8th. Now, the Supreme Court remarked in this case today that even if there is 0.1% negligence on the part of anyone, it should be thoroughly dealt with. It further went on and stated that all these matters ought to not to be treated as adversarial litigation. With these remarks, formal notice has been issued in this petition and it has been kept for July 8th for further consideration. Meanwhile, the NTA, National Testing Agency, as well as the Union of India, have been directed to file their reply.